How you doing, guys? In today's video is going to be doing a video on the true tactical gun. True tactical gun meaning a gun that in my estimation is probably one of the best tactical guns you can buy. And I won't say weapon because weapon already denotes that it's dangerous, but the best tactical guns you can buy. Okay, there's a lot of them out there. Many companies call their guns tactical when they're not. You know, H&K's got an H&K 45 tactical. That's not a tactical gun in my estimation at all, because that H&K 45 tactical, the only thing tactical is a threaded barrel and some night sights. And night sights are not tactical. So, and it's low capacity. I think it's 8-10 rounds or something. So that's not a tactical gun. A number of 1911s, they call themselves tactical, and the only thing they have is a little rail here to mount a light or something. So, you know, I don't think those are tactical guns either. So let's just get to the point of what a tactical gun is and what it's not. Number one, tactical gun would not be something like you know, just like a 5.7. That wouldn't be a tactical gun. That's just a basic gun, a revolver, a pistol, you know, anything that's not got all the added goodies to make it tactical. Now, what I have in front of you here is an FNP 45 tactical. A lot of people will see my videos and they see the one of this one, and in particular this one, they say, oh, that's not a tactical gun, or, you know, would you color in the numbers or something like that. No. This is an original FNP 45 tactical. This is how they came. They offered a mat in them. Now the replaced this was the FNX 45 tactical. Now it's they make an FDE in a black, but they don't make a mat. I don't know why they do or they don't. I don't know why they don't make it anymore. But I know they made it in the FNP 45. They make it in the FNX 45. They make a matte finish. I don't know why they don't make it in the FNX 45 tactical. But anyway, let's go ahead and start the video, and then we'll go a little further into it as we can. Alright, first of all, let's go ahead and show you the gun is empty. Okay, no bullets in it. Okay, I'm going to put this camera look. There's a lot of oil on it because I just took this out of storage. The FNP 45 tactical, okay, is a 15+1 magazine. It holds 15 plus 1 bullet in the chamber. Okay, the FNP 45 tactical has a ambidextrous safety. See that? Ambidextrous decocker. So a decocker basically is like this. That's right. It's ambidextrous on both sides of the decocker. Ambidextrous slide releases, ambidextrous magazine releases. It is a double action, you see, or single action, or cocked and locked, like a 1911. Okay, and the nice thing about the decocker, you can drop it without it hitting around. See how it locks it right there? Okay, see that? Now if you fire it, see how it's laying down, but if you decock it, it doesn't go. It just leaves it ever so far from that firing pin. It doesn't hit it. Okay, also the FNP, well, all the tacticals have your glow-in-the-dark sights. Okay, I believe it's yellow on the back, green in the front. They are high-rise, so they can go above a suppressor. You'll see that in a little while. They have a threaded barrel. Okay, this particular one I polished the barrel, but you know the slide is normal. Comes with the barrel, the thread protector also. It is 5.78 by 28 millimeter, a thread pattern. It also has a metal plate here. We can take off and mount optics. I had RMR sights on this, but I don't anymore. It also has a bottom rail for laser or light. Removable back straps. There's a little hole in there, press that in, you can slide these off, change your back strap. A lot of stippling. It does feel slightly like the, kind of like the letter L I said in some of my videos, but there's a long story about this one. I had this gun and sold it and bought it back. So this I'm going to keep no matter what. Probably just store it away for my kid or something. But anyway, it has a scalloped type hammer. Trigger, yeah, hammer right here. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and take it down, show you how easy it is. And it does come also with 3 magazines from the factory. Let's go ahead and take it down real quick. Taking it down is a cinch. You lock the slide. Okay, here's your, it just takes down almost like a seg. This is your release. You pull it right off. And if you look right in here right away, you can see it has metal supports for the rails. These are all replaceable in here. I lubed it up pretty good. And you can see how the slide release is right there. It's one whole piece. See how that is? Okay, good. It gives you a shot inside the gun. Okay, we'll give you a little better view here. Okay, now we'll go ahead, and this is the slide. Okay, you pop this off. You can take out your firing pin. Here's your plunger. Taking the barrel out is pretty easy. Take that off. Bing, bling. My hands work. And that's it. There's your barrel. Back in, pretty simple. Give you a metal guide rod. It's not plastic. It's good quality metal guide rod. Like I say, I polished this barrel out myself because I wanted the gun to match. And it's going to wear anyway when it slides. So that is your slide. Give me another shot at it. Okay, let's put it back on the gun. Putting it back on is very easy. Take it, lock, and you're together. Pretty straightforward. Now let's get into some stuff about suppressors. You can use suppressors on this gun. Myself, I have, and it might be better and there might be worse, but I have the advanced armament. Okay. Suppressor. This is by Advanced Armor. It's the EVO 45, and it comes already threaded for the 5.78 by 28 millimeter, and it's real easy to put on. Basically, just put it on like this. Pretty straightforward. You put it on, and that's it. And that's kind of how it fits right on there. They have, when they made this a little further so the guide rods don't hit, and this is pretty good. It's pretty far away. I know you can get a different piston to bring this closer and more form-fitting into the barrel. But like I say, the whole function of the suppressor is to slow the speed of the bullet down so you don't have a sonic crack. You know, because sound moves 1100 feet per second. If you slow the bullet down to subsonic, would be below 1100 feet per second, and something like, you know, just a regular, let's see here, 230 grain, you know, regular round nose bullet, you can get something with that lower velocity, and actually then what will happen is you're going to be able to actually your suppressor will be even quieter, because on a gun, I'm going to show you something here on this side. What happens is on a pistol, on like a revolver, when you pull the trigger, okay, the slide goes back, right? You lock it. Okay, as it goes back, because the gas is pushed, gas escapes from here and you get that initial crack. that snap or that pop, because you're hearing the gases. That you can't really get away from very much. So you have to run a lower velocity bullet when you put it in your suppressor, because you're going to still get some noise out of here. You're still going to, it's not like a revolver. You could suppress a revolver and there's really nothing except that little gap between the cylinder and the barrel on the revolver where a little gas can escape. Here you have a lot more. You get a lot more noise. So I wanted to show you that. It's just in passing. But myself, I like the FNP 45. This is a perfect home defense gun. It's nice, it's big, it's high capacity. This would be your bedstand gun. You keep by your bedstand, somebody breaks in or whatever. But definitely a nice gun. I like the FNP 45 Tactical. I like the FNX 45 Tacticals, the FNP 45s, and the FNX 45s. Any of the products, and even the 9mm, the 40 Smith & Wesson, they're all nice guns because they all have these same features. But if you get into, I think the FNS, it's a little different with the decockers and stuff and the safeties. So you want to probably stick with the FNX 45 or the FNP 45. I think those have all ambidextrous, all, you know, dual controls and stuff. And also I want to say something about the trigger. The trigger is really nice. I love it. It's got just enough play so when you're pushing that barrel, when you're pushing it, you know when that's going to break. And I like that. When it hits there, you know not much. When you hit there, okay, watch. When you hit there, you know not much over. You're going to break that. So I had some other videos on there shooting it, and I just kind of revived it out of the box. Also, I wanted to bring up one subject while I'm talking right now. It's a subject about suppressors. Right now there is a law on the books that they're trying to pass. Let me go ahead and start from the beginning. Suppressors, submachine guns, short barrel rifles. They passed the law. I think it was in 1937, the Gun Control Act, National Firearms, and they made a regulation where you had to register them a different way. There was a $200 tax stamp. Now, NFA items, okay. Normally, somebody would have to get fingerprints, a picture, and stuff like that, and submit it to get the law enforcement to sign off on it. There's a group, I believe it's the National Firearms Group or something, of collectors. They're a bunch of assholes, okay? Some kind of asshole group. I call it asshole, you're going to find out in a minute. They proposed, because you could actually bypass that and get a trust or get a corporation. And if you got a corporation or a trust, you would paper the suppressor, the short barrel rifle. I mean, this would be a short barrel rifle, this gun, if I put a stock on it. You'd have to register it. So, it's just even a stock. But anyway, suppressors, machine guns, things like that, just other destructive devices. Somebody could go out, open a corporation, register at the corporation, and they could bypass the fingerprints, the background check, and the law enforcement sign-off. Basically, they would just paper it into the corporation, or paper it into a trust, and I'll tell you what that means in a minute. Send out $200 to the ATF, and the ATF will go ahead and normally they okay your paperwork. On the back, all you got to do is there's some check boxes to say you're not a convicted felon, and you're not pending this, you're not using drugs and stuff, and you check no. Mail that out with a copy of your corporate papers or your trust papers, and then they would mail you back a little stamp where you go to your dealer and you would pick up your submachine gun or suppressor. Now, there is a misconception here, okay? A lot of people are buying suppressors and they're buying machine guns, and when they go back to pick it up, the dealer is incorrectly doing a NICS criminal check on them, a background check. And that is not required, because on the form when you fill it out, I think it's the 4473, on there it says if it's a trust or corporation, you don't have to run the background check. It's not a requirement of the ATF. So a lot of dealers are going ahead and running them anyway to maybe cover their own ass, but they don't have to, okay? It's not a requirement. So if you go pick up NFA device, they don't have to run a check. You tell them you'd prefer not, save your $5 or whatever, you know. But they are not required to run that check. You can look on the actual 4473. I think it's number 21 or 22 on there, and it'll say if you're a corporation or a trust, you don't have to run it. Now, trust is basically the same thing, but it's a virtual corporation. It's not even a corporation. You can usually get the papers drawn up pretty good, pretty easily. There's a lot of companies that'll do them for $100 to $400. Now is the time, guys, if you're going to do it, because a trust actually also can be filed electronically, which even gives you a better benefit. So now's the time to buy a suppressor, to buy a machine gun, to buy whatever you're going to humanly buy now. Because I would say in about 1 year, forget it. I think there's going to be heavy taxes, it's going to be so much red tape and stuff. You're not going to be able to buy it. So I'd recommend now, if you're thinking about buying a suppressor or a machine gun, if you look around, and I'll give you some ideas, you could buy a Mac 10 machine gun for about $4. If you look real hard, you can use ones for about $3,700 with all the transfers and all the paperwork. You can get one for about $4,000 with everything. And that's talking about an Ingram Mac 10 45 ACP, fully automatic, semi and fully, because you can, there's selector. You can put semi-automatic or full automatic. Legal to own, to have machine gun, or you can get a suppressor, or if you've got an AR pistol and you want to add a stock to it, to like a slide stock, pay your $200, do your trust, then you'll have a slide stock on an AR pistol. That's just like a machine gun, guys. So if you add that to it, then that's basically what you get. So I just wanted to go through that and do a little discussions and stuff. And you don't know when you're going to lose your rights. You don't know in your life when something might happen will eliminate your possibility of owning guns. So enjoy them while you got. You're not going to live forever. I'd recommend always having a little bit of ammunition and an extra gun put away in case you ever need it. Because otherwise you'll be lost. Get a little shoot heist. One of them high points, a high point and a few hundred rounds of ammunition and $1,000, bury it somewhere, and then just forget about it. If you never use it, you can always dig it up and sell the gun, or have the money in a few years. If you ever have to use it, it'll be there. But thanks a lot, guys, for tuning into my video. I appreciate everybody, and have a great day. And I hope this was semi-educational, and take it easy.